Welcome to Love Playz.
Hola, dolls. It's K to the A to the Camel with Love Plays Podcast. And I'm here with my bro. I don't know what he's going by nowadays because, I know him as TJ, Taz, J Smith, Black Traffy. I don't know. Who are you?
I'm everything all in one. I'm all in one is yours truly.
I love to hear that. I love to hear that. So, tell the audience a little bit about yourself before we get into the topic.
Well, um, for starters, for my name Black Traffy, I am a part of a podcast with me and my cousin called Everything Anime. We started that last year. Um, everything has been going great so far with that. We've been to last year's DreamCon. If anyone that's watching it has been there, y'all seen it for so what's going on to y'all. Everything, was perfect out there. It was fun. We're definitely on our way to this year's DreamCon coming up. You feel me? Um, as far as my name Taz, I'm also a musician. I love rap. I love hip hop. I also love other genres too. But when it comes to hip hop, that's a lane that I'm actually in. I'm also, I would consider myself a poet at times, and everything. Um, but as far as myself, who I am, you know, I'm a cool guy. I'm a cool person, Um,
All
me
right.
and my business is
We
Caleb.
got a song together. It's called 24/8.
For
You need
sure, for sure. We
to
definitely we got a few songs together for real that's lit. I ain't gonna lie, yo.
release them yet.
In the future, we
We gotta release them. We gotta release that one. You know which one I'm talking about too. We
Mhm,
gotta release that one for sure.
for sure.
But today's topic, y'all, is Luther by Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
hmm
And first of all, I just want to say that's a song that I keep on repeat. Do you keep that song on repeat?
Um, yes and no.
Yes.
Not it's a yes or no. Not because I don't like the song. I think the song is perfect. I think the song is a 10 out of 10. That joint has everything that you want in that song.
I feel like the song it has a different meaning for me because I love the original song, but we'll get
Yeah.
into that. Actually, nah. I'm gonna put him in a hot seat real quick. What's the original song?
The original song to that this world was mine. It's
By
Luther
who?
Vandross. It's Luther.
Is that the only part you know?
Yeah, it's only part. No, I don't
That's
really
the
know the
only
whole
part
song.
he know because that's the only part that plays in the song.
I heard I heard the song before, but I just don't remember the lyrics.
It's just that if you knew the song, it's a real genuine love song by Luther. Because
It
he
is.
says everything. So I feel like some of the references in this song with SZA and Kendrick Lamar is because of the original. Because he says, "I give you the flowers, the birds and the bees. Put your
Mm-hmm.
love beside me. That would be all I need." So I feel like Scissor says I said Scissor. 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 Think about Scissor. I love Scissor, but Scissor. Man, everybody
Mm-hmm.
had a problem saying it when she first came out. But I feel like she said something about flowers in her verse.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what made me think about it. And I was thinking about so Kendrick, I also think they making references to songs they have. So she says, "Baby, you a star, strike, pose," right? They have the
Mm-hmm.
song stars, right? All the
Mm-hmm.
stars, right? Then she says, "Better days are coming." right? She doesn't have a song called Better Days, but it's Good Days. Then Kendrick and her have oh no, Kendrick and her don't have this song, but she has The Weeknd, right?
Mhm.
And I know what I'm talking about with the flowers. She said the from the concrete it would grow, right? Think about Poetic Justice, Kendrick and Drake,
Mhm.
and he talk about a flower from the concrete. Like, first of all, he should know where that originally comes from because he got the book.
If you don't know where that comes from, that's crazy.
Where'd it come from?
Come on, bro. It come from my man Pac, bro.
It come from Pac. Since you
Come
up
on.
come from Pac, I know I'm just blurting, references out here, but
Mhm.
when I analyze a song or I'm listening to a song, like I said, first of all, I love the original song and
Yeah.
then hearing what they did with it. I mean, and they made it very modern. They made it cool,
Yeah,
but
they did.
it was just
A cool
this,
vibe, cool vibe.
they tied it in. What are some things you caught on to with the song?
I feel like so Luther is definitely on his album GNX. Um uh side note, GNX is definitely platinum right now. It's a W for my guy. Um Luther, I feel like it was more so of a way to let let us continue to let us know, like, bro, like I can I can switch it up. I can get into this lane if I want to. You feel me? Like, and um it was a way to also express different love connections, and how contagious they can be.
Okay, I feel that. Anything specifically with the lyrics you thought about outside of that?
Um, I feel like the hook is definitely very good.
Okay.
The, the, um, as far as getting deeper into the lyrics, I haven't really gotten deeper into it. I just think that um, see, I got lyrics right here in my face, and bruh,
Okay,
yeah,
so
I
I'm gonna
think
ask
it's
I'm gonna ask you a question here. So
yeah,
I'm just trying to see if we're on the same page with this. So
yeah,
he says, I guess like it kind of low key sound like he's saying that if a guy were to do something to her, he would introduce him to that life, right?
hmm
Like probably the gang life, right? But then
yeah,
get him boom boom bap bop bop out of here because he said introduce him to the fire, but for fire, fire. Because he said I'm gonna introduce him to that life and then introduce him to the fire. So it's like, do you feel the same way that he's saying? Like, if somebody were to do something to her, that would be his payback, like bringing him into a certain type of lifestyle and then getting him out of here.
yeah.
No, because sometimes when I'm listening to songs, this is what I'm thinking, or this is how I'm feeling, and I'm not sure if other people are on the same page as me. I'm not sure if people are interpreting the song because art, music, it's about interpretation. So it's about what the audience views it as. And with me saying that, since we talk about interpretation, let's get into their performance at the Super Bowl. We can start off talking about their performance at the Super Bowl as far as Luther, but I also want to talk about Kendrick's performance as a whole with the halftime show.
Um, what are your thoughts on it before I get into it?
I think it was beautiful. Something, I called you, you the first person I called
Yeah,
after that performance. So like I
y'all,
think that I think it was beautiful. I think it was cool as far as like for Luther, I think I think they did a really great job of that and like pulling it together where they did a segue into all the stars.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like don't they have the song Garden? They have that
Man,
song Garden. I
man at a garden.
could have I feel
Man
like
at a garden.
they could have went into 30 for 30. Like I feel like they could have done more, but the halftime show is usually only 15 minutes long and it was his performance, not their performance. I think them sliding that in was a good way to promote the tour. I
Mm-hmm.
think I think Kendrick was fire, but I think like SZA vocals were on point. Now, you asked me a question the other day on the phone, which
Okay.
was she really singing, right?
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah.
I think she was, and I heard how her voice was changing, and I know that you can pre-record that and do that as well. But
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't until today where I saw somebody say, "No, it's no way that she was singing live," and it's like
Yeah.
I think she was, but what do you think?
Um, I feel like what most people don't understand, especially in performances like the Super Bowl, because at the Super Bowl, if anyone has watched any any Super Bowl performance, whether it's 5, 3, like at least tops. If you watch any Super Bowl, most of them are moving around the field. They're not just standing in one place. So it's a lot of movement. So as a singer, most times or sometimes because some artists like Beyonce or or like a Bruno Mars have the ability to be able to do certain moves and still have the breathing technique to to get their vocals out. But there are also other times where artists have pre-recorded to where even if they're dancing and moving around, they can still be able to perform their song. And so with this performance, it's kind of the reason why the question comes is because although SZA, she don't really do a whole lot of movement, but the singing sounds like it's pre-recorded. But the reason why the question dawned onto me is because I've never really listened to her sing live before, like at a live performance. So, but hearing, yeah, bruh, it was so angelic. I ain't gonna lie, it was funny.
I said that because like I watched like it's plenty I love SZA, so it's been plenty of nights where I'm up and I like Good Days is one of my favorite songs and so is Open Arms, right? And on YouTube, just like if I were to watch Janae, I can go on YouTube and watch Janae or SZA live, right?
Mhm.
But I'm not physically there. You know what I mean? So I wasn't physically at the Super Bowl, but oftentimes, of course, I'm a singer myself. So pre-recorded vocals as far as like helping you so you don't, lose your space or so that you can move around and stuff or give yourself time to breathe is important. So I
Yeah.
don't think it's anything wrong with it if it was, but
Mhm.
even if it was, she made a live version of it. So it doesn't
Right.
matter.
With her voice.
I think it was good. It was her voice. It's not like it was somebody else singing for her, not no Lizzie McGuire stuff,
Tired.
But
Woo!
let's get into the performance. Uh,
Yeah.
so like, I think it was fire. I think it was so many different meanings to it, and I think that a lot of people just don't understand this
Mhm.
halftime performance. And you can analyze it for days and people still
Yeah.
don't understand. There are people making fun of the explanations behind what's going on and making it seem like, oh, that's just because these people love Kendrick. No, this is what it
Bro, people love Kendrick
how it's smart.
before Kendrick was even mainstream.
What's your
People really
first what's your first song that you knew by Kendrick?
My first song that I knew by Kendrick, that's crazy. I think it was Swimming Pools, if I'm not mistaken.
Mine was Tammy's song. I hope I said that right.
What song is
It was Tammy's song. I think that was before Swimming Pool.
it?
Because I had my cousin, shout out to my cousin Victoria. She was a huge Kendrick fan. So yeah, it's called Tammy's song, Her Evil. So you should listen to it like later on.
Mhm.
But that's the first song I know by him. And I really just looked at Kendrick as a lyricist, as a conscious rapper, you know?
Yes.
And if you listen to any of his albums, he's always trying to like wake people up,
Yeah,
right?
always.
So why wouldn't they know that he would do this with the Super Bowl? Why would they think that he would, maybe he used this beef to make it seem like he's playing a game or whatever. I
Mhm.
mean, he is playing a game. He's playing the game. But
Yeah.
he was really sending a message to our people. And our people don't
Mhm.
even get that.
It's crazy because people see, look, and this is why the game is crazy. When you when you actually think about it, he has two stories within just his one performance. One story is about the truth and what's real. It's about how our culture has been like dismantled or like took for granted over the years and also has been mistreated, you know. And also it just also how the way of the world, how there's a divide within our own nation and even most times in our own people as well, you know, and just and just the true light of what's going on out. Then you got the other story where he's clowning Drake. Like like he's letting Drake know, like, bro, just because I've been chilling, I took a back seat, don't mean that I wasn't him when I was out. I'm still him. I'm still Kendrick Lamar. So once I step out again, you know what the timer is going to be. So instead of people appreciating this side of Lamar, that's actually the Kendrick Lamar, the people actually that true Kendrick Lamar artists that grew up to love, the person that's actually who he is. Just like to your credit to what you said, Lamar always has been that lyricist that talked about the real and talked about what's going on in culture, and also has always been that West Coast face for every film. But then the other pocket that he can get on is the side where he talks about in the performance where you set those expectations on him and you try to make him out to be something that he really not. And so like yeah, he can slide into this lane, but you don't always have to do what people want you to
Y'all, he had to take a shot real
do. Boy, y'all, no staff over here.
quick.
Water.
But yeah, so let's talk about. There's so many different theories. So when he's talking about Drake, people are saying that he's talking about ex tenation, like with
Oh,
the
you talking about when the scene when he was doing Peekaboo in the X.
yeah.
Yes, I have been hearing theories about that as well. Um, so the theory goes that in the scene where he's rapping man at a garden, they're saying that 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 scene was supposed to be like like a cemetery type scene for me, and about like death, and leading on to when Samuel Jackson comes, he says, reduct one life, and then right after that, Peekaboo pop. The theory behind Peekaboo is that that song is supposed to be allegedly about the suspicion of Drake getting him.
And they've been saying that. They've been saying that for years that Drake did that. So it's kind of like I don't know.
So in
No,
retrospect, with him rapping that song and being inside of the X, it's like,
but I also know that X was for the game too.
hmm
So I do
yeah,
get that. Now the flag, I think like the flag, first of all, was made up of black people. If you guys didn't know, it's Black History Month.
mhm,
It's my black shirt. Um, we our the flag, our White House buildings were made on our backs by our blood,
mhm,
by our sweat, by our tears,
mhm,
right? So
mhm,
he used black people to make up the flag, and it was red, white, and blue. Red and
mhm.
blue, the Crips, the Bloods,
Yeah,
and then the division between our people. Were y'all paying attention, or y'all just was like Crips and Bloods? Oh, a flag. That doesn't
nah,
make
it
any.
was it was I feel like I feel like the message. So this is for this is not for the ones that do understand. This is not for the ones that are trying to understand. This is for the ones that just don't understand but choose to be ignorant. And that's what, some don't understand because, bro, what the fuck am I going? I had to trick myself. I had to trick myself out of position. Um, bro, people just don't appreciate his performance. Like, there's people that just want to hear his classics and stuff, and it's like, bro, the song that he performed was a part of the story, and he's an artist, or he's an artiste. What makes
Yeah,
you think he wasn't going to do this?
he really like he always has. He's a poet, so poets tend to tell a story. Poets tend to love to act as well sometimes, right? You're a
Hmm.
poet, you should know. So it's like, yeah, he's painting the picture, he's telling the story, he's acting it out. Uncle Sam, they didn't even get that. Uncle Sam, they didn't get that either. Like, I always do that, either. I always do that. But they did not
Hmm.
understand that,
Hmm.
right? And
Yeah,
they even went as far as saying, like, oh my goodness, look, the crowd was dead. That
crowd
performance
wasn't even
was
there.
not for that crowd. But
The
it
crowd
also
was not there.
but it also wasn't for that crowd.
Right.
Like the people that they were showing were fans that like were football fans, not fans of hip hop.
Mhm.
They were just football fans.
Right.
So yeah, why would football fans be so interested? And it's like they think we shucking and jiving. They think it's a minstrel show. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's also what was going on because that's what they've been thinking. We've been entertaining these people for years.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go too much. I'm gonna go too far on this, but those who understand understand. No, I'm not gonna go too far. But we've been entertaining people for years,
Yeah.
and things have been stolen from us since the beginning. And
Mhm.
we still are full of grace. We are still unique, and we still push through. We still will push through, right?
For sure.
So, with that being said, I do want to talk about one more thing with the performance, which is
Yeah.
Serena,
The
Serena Williams.
Okay, Serena Williams.
Hmm.
Uh, my goodness, did you hear what Stephen A. said about her?
No.
So basically, okay, um, First Take covered the whole halftime show. They were saying that grades for it. He said, it's an A. It's an A for him. He loved the fact that he actually went out and performed, not like us. That's what everybody was waiting for. They was thinking, was he gonna do it? Whether he was gonna do it or not. He he was acting like he was going to choke and not do it, and then he did it, and then turn around when they get into the segment of talking about Serena. He says that if he was her husband, he would divorce her after that moment. So the story behind that is some people don't know is that Drake was saying something ignorant about her husband.
Okay, yeah, because I was about to say for sure, like he talking about he would divorce her, but Drake had said something about her husband. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Right. So if anything to me, if you if you think about it in that situation, I would think, oh, maybe she went out there to joke on him for doing it.
Yeah.
Or maybe because also she's also from Compton. So there's also history behind why she's doing that as well.
For me,
It's like everybody had their interpretations of
I'm gonna put this disclaimer out. I'm
yeah.
gonna put this disclaimer out right now.
Mhm.
Any of these men in the past try to come for my man, I'm laughing in your fucking face. Excuse my language. I don't really care. Cause my man ain't got nothing to do with you. I've been
Straight
peaceful.
like
I've been bothering you. I haven't done nothing. Leave me alone. Serena has not worried about it. And Drake
yeah.
constantly wanted to bring her up. Between Serena and J Lo, those the ones that he would bring up. Rihanna, he just straight up was you could butt hurt, butt hurt over Rihanna. But then in not cool with ASAP, I feel like after all that. But like
Mhm.
Serena and J Lo, he just had to find ways to bring them up all the time. Maybe it was because they were older than him, and it made him feel like he in the status that they had, it made him feel some type of way. But keep my name out your mouth. We're not together. Stop talking about me. Like that's how I feel. Also, like, um, I guess in one of her matches, that's what I found out. In one of her matches, Serena,
Yeah.
she get suspended for doing a crip walk? I feel like she did.
Um, I I think she did at the it's the Wimbledon,
Yes.
the career walk at the Wimbledon, and I I believe that's what happened.
Yeah, for sure. So that's how I view it, and that's kind of what I think about that. Now, Valentine's Day is on Friday, or luckily, if I have the time, you guys are watching this on Friday on Valentine's Day. So if it's Valentine's Day, or even if it's not Valentine's Day, I'm just wondering from you, what is some suggestions you have for some cute, simple things that fellas could do for their significant others?
Um, how many you think I should list?
Three.
Three.
Mhm. No, two.
Hmm.
Two.
Two? Oh my goodness. Two?
Two.
Hey, I gotta make it that good.
Two.
I gotta make it that good. That's crazy. Can I get three?
Nah, two.
Two?
Two.
Two? Two is wild. Um, Valentine's Day. So one. What's the? I know. All right. So one. Valentine's Day. Oh, it's cold out here. Jesus,
It's getting cold outside. You might have to cut,
it's
but
cold out here. Definitely gonna cuddle up, snuggle down. Um, let me, let me see. I'm a person. that don't like to just do something regular. I actually be trying to think it through. So it'd be kind of hard for me to just be like, oh, let me see that. I takes time. I take my time, and that's a number. That's a rule, fam. You gotta you gotta make sure that it's actually coming from the heart, not not just something just throwing out there. You gotta be intentional. Um, something cold is cold out here. I feel like if it was like ice skating, is it even still that cold for
It might be.
ice
I
skating?
mean, I know like in New York, I don't know if you I know you know who Zeddy Will is, but like Zoe is his best friend. Zoe and
Mhm.
Zeddy are ice skating, but they're in New York, so you know it's normally colder in New York. But
Yeah,
but
I've
there
never done that.
hold on. There used to you never used to go to the ice skating rink near Mount Pleasant?
Yeah,
Yeah. That's open,
yeah.
right?
No, I don't think I've no, I've never been ice skating before.
But you know what I'm talking about? It's not far from the
Yeah,
house.
mhm,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. But I feel like that's one thing I would probably do because even I've never done it before, but I know like the aesthetic and because that's something I feel like she should gonna love. I feel like we'll do something like that. For the second thing, um, for the second thing, I would just I feel like I would do some simple movie night. mm, You know, decorate. I probably mess around, make like a tent or something. You know,
Oh, like
try
a one.
try to be cute with it. I try to be cute with it. Like make a tent, have like the lights up, or have like fruit or something, like fruit basket or something indoors.
Okay, I love that. So
Flowers.
my suggestion is that for anybody, you go off of the person's love language, right? And hopefully they go off of your love language. So if their love language is words of affirmation, write them a poem, but make it look nice. You could frame it, you can make it put it into an art piece or something. If someone is quality time. His fort is a great idea for quality time. Gift giving, gifts that are from the heart, not just materialistic. People think gift giving is materialistic. Gift
Mm-hmm.
giving is about sentimental things, things that come from the heart. That's what I would
Yep.
say. Now, a movie that I want to ask you about before we peace out is, have you ever watched The Wood?
No,
I'm curious. Have you ever watched it? Okay, well, it's
I just thought that you was gonna get on me because every time somebody asks me a movie I watch, I say,
I mean, I could say, Black Card Revoked. I could say that, but
I mean, don't do that because there's some movies I saw that.
I could. But
Hey,
where I was going with that is that I think Kendrick was inspired by that movie because
mm-hmm.
If This World Were Mine was a song, popular song in that movie, and that's what I was going to say earlier. That's part of the reason why I love the song so much is from that movie. But then,
Mm.
do you know the sample from Euphoria?
The sample from Euphoria.
Kendrick Lamar's Euphoria?
Something how I started again. I done heard that song so many
Will I
times. How
get
to start again.
flagged for will I get flagged for starting that movie?
Mm, mm, mm,
I'm gonna stop it.
mm. I heard it before.
So that's You're My
Oh,
Lady, My Greatest Inspiration by Teddy Pendergrass.
mm, I heard so much of that before.
So that song was at the end of The Wood, and The Wood is short for Inglewood, California.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's a movie that a lot of people from California probably appreciate because of the culture that it has embedded in it. But it's a really good movie. You should watch it. It does have some romance in it, but it mostly is about
Yeah.
brotherhood, actually. It's not mainly about it doesn't focus on the romance part, but it's more about the brotherhood part. So I would definitely say, cool movie, definitely watch it. But I just brought that up to say that I think Kendrick definitely to use those two samples
Mhm.
within the same project. I feel
Yeah.
like, or did he not? Did he put Euphoria on that one GNX, or he didn't?
No, that was the first disc he dropped.
Yeah, okay. I just knew that he dropped all those songs last year, regardless. So I just felt like for him to use those both samples.
Oh my gosh, Kayla, now yo, why? Oh my god, that makes so much sense, bro. It
That's
made some wait, the movie about brotherhood.
yeah, it is.
It made so much sense because when he get into like the actual song, when the song pick and the part when he say how I go
Wait, did he just
um,
call me my birth name instead of my stage name on my podcast? That's wild.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be out here calling me that, y'all. It's Kamel. Big
My bad.
Kamel. Say no.
To the A to um uh what do you say?
So guys, I think it's obvious that like we had to start over for a second. But why he's talking like that? Okay.
The other half of everything anime, you guys. My cousin Taylor Brianna in the building.
Hi. Hey Taylor.
Surprise! Yeah.
We're gonna have you on the show at some point, so I look forward to it. That's my invitation.
Okay.
But Taz had one last thought that he was saying about Euphoria, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Or the thought that I had for Euphoria was that Kayla has mentioned Camille. I'm sorry.
Kayla. Who is Kayla?
Who is Kayla?
Let's
You know
know.
who Kayla is? I called her yesterday, but I don't know. So look right, Camille, sweet Camille. Um, when you mentioned The Wood being a brotherhood movie and him making that part of a song, he it's crazy because I feel like that also has connections to the part of the version he was like, Cole and Aubrey know I'm a selfish igga. The crowd is heavy, bruh. Um, he's a lyrical genius. That's all I gotta say. He's a lyrical genius. That guy, that man, bruh. Um, I definitely would like to see Cole just just say whatever, bruh. Let me show off my talent.
So you saying Cole, Aubrey, Kendrick? That would be.
Yeah.
It was three guys in the movie, but they all was still friends though. It was nothing like this.
Yeah, no.
Now I will say the main character was from North Carolina. He was, and he moved to California, but the other two lived in California.
Mm, wow.
So I thought about it. Cole is from North Carolina. So I mean, maybe we're reaching friends, maybe we're not. It is what it is. But I will say I know I'm not reaching by the fact that he used two songs. And then like I think it's
Good
cool.
question.
What
What do you feel about the Drake take and all of this?
when I tell you, I
Cause
don't
we
know.
talk about Kendrick, we ain't getting to that.
I don't know none of Drake's diss songs at all.
I
Like,
mean, not just a diss song,
oh
but just
no, I
like
know, but I'm saying like as much as I do love Drake, as much as I love Drake,
Mhm.
I've never viewed him. I viewed him as an artist, not a rapper.
Mhm.
And I know you can say the same
Mhm.
for Kendrick, but
Mhm.
Kendrick rapper. You know what I'm saying? Drake would be sick. I mean, y'all. I mean, Kendrick will sing, but Drake was really singing to the point where, like, what is it? Is it Calabasas 4 a.m. 4 p.m. Calabasas something like that, and he say it start off with all you self promoters are janky, and then that's when like he say his dad told him Mike never tried to rap not like Pac never tried to sing like Mike, and he was saying that his mother gives the best advice or fathers don't really give the best advice because that's what
Mhm.
he said. But he told him that because Drake be singing, Drake be rapping, like, and a lot of people from that generation, as far as like Drake's dad and stuff, they
Mhm.
want you to stay in one lane.
Yeah.
Even for us, our generation, we be moving, right? But like our parents, if you think about it, they want us to like pick one thing. That's how it used to be. You pick one thing, you're good at that, you stick
Yeah.
to it, and then you can move into other lanes, right? But it's so many opportunities for you to maneuver in different lanes that's
Mhm.
with the way and the climate of the world, right? So Drake, I've never viewed him as somebody on Mount Rushmore, one of the best rappers, because I don't see him as a rapper. When I'm looking at rappers, I'm looking at Kendrick, I'm looking at Cole, I'm looking at Wale, I'm looking at Big Sean. That's what I'm looking at as rappers.
Mhm.
And I know, people talk down on the other two, but those are
Mhm.
my two favorite rappers. Now, I love Cole and I love Kendrick, but at certain points, people be like, "Oh, they're so overrated." They could be
Yeah.
sometimes, but also like it's about who resonates with you. So for me,
Mhm.
I know for sure Cole resonates with you, right? But for me,
Mhm.
I go back and forth between Big Sean and Wale. Now,
Mhm.
I can never say that like Kendrick never impacted me because like
Mhm.
I said, I was listening to Kendrick before even swimming pools, before he really blew up and everybody was listening to him. I was listening to him because of my cousin. And I was listening to Cole. I seen Cole perform before he was popping off. I seen
Mhm.
him perform at the Rihanna concert. So like all those four rappers, they're lyricists, they're poets, they're artists, they get it. And sometimes I can connect to what they've been through. It connects to things that I've been through. That's how I
Mhm.
go. But Drake is not relatable in that sense. Drake just be talking shit.
Yeah.
Really? He's good. Like he's a certified lover boy. But then it's like now whenever I think of certified love boy, I think about certified the other word, you know, because of
Okay.
not like
Yeah.
us. And it's like, I don't know whether that's true or not, but what I did see was a clip. I'm not here to say whether that's true because I don't know, but I did see a clip of how Drake was constantly supporting high school, basketball player, women's basketball. And, he got that bar in one of his songs where he says that he dated SZA in 2008. She was underage.
I mean,
And then he
if y'all seen the Hot Ones episode with
said that it
SZA,
rhymed, and that's why he said that, and that she really dated him in 2009.
it, man, look, man,
So
it's
I'm not
sad.
gonna say
He's
what
going outside.
is it because I don't know nothing. I'm not a part of his life. I ain't read up on these.
Yeah.
I don't know, right?
Mhm.
But he didn't immediately deny it.
There's a lot he'd have. It's bro.
He
He's
didn't
not making a difference.
deny it. So it's like now he's upset about it when we think about it. And then people are so mad that this is how this beef has gone, right?
Mhm.
And I know that this is a love, and I'm all about love. Love plays, right? I know this is about love, and it's normally about R&B, but R&B and hip hop intertwine. And if you know hip hop, then you know battle rap, and battle rap is
Mhm.
dirty.
And but he don't understand.
They talk about people who died in your family. They talk
That's
about
what got him
your
in his
kids.
feelings.
They took like they say, oh, they never should have brought up Drake should have never said nothing about Kendrick's kids. He wanted to play that fight. Like he wanted to fight. He wanted
Hmm.
to start that battle.
Yep.
That's what he got.
Straight
And
up.
then you said earlier on the podcast you were talking about him not performing his classics, right? But I
Hmm.
also know me and you had a conversation about the label thing, right? So
Hmm.
part of the reason why he not performing his classics is because he owns his own label now, right? But I'm bringing that up because, from my understanding, I could be wrong. This whole beef started, and I think you kind of said something about it, but I got this from my day job from my bosses back when the beef first started, and they were dropping songs every day, and it was more than just them two, right? Then,
Hmm.
well, at first it was more than just them two, and then when it became just them two, right? My
Hmm.
boss was telling me that whole time the problem was that Drake signed a deal where he was owning all of them was mad at him because he was going to own the rights to all their music.
Okay, yes, I forgot all about that, but I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that's how this all started. That's literally how this all started. And people fail to realize that if you're going to play with my money, I don't play with my money. You going to play with my money? You going to
Hmm.
play with my career? I don't play that. So,
Right.
yeah, of course, like I try to be quiet for the most part because I'm a personalize this. I try to be quiet, right? But if someone keeps trying me, you're gonna hear it all, and I'm gonna
Hmm.
have time to not be quiet. I'm going to go back and forth with you. That's not the professional thing to do. That's not the way to go. But if you really playing, and I feel like it, I'm a go back and forth with you. And it gets bad. I'm a Capricorn. It gets bad. That's why I don't go back and forth with people. That is why I'm chill. Now Kendrick, he a Gemini, right? I think
Hmm.
and Drake is a Scorpio. Both of them signs do like to go back and forth. I feel like I feel like my Scorpio, my Gemini friends don't get mad at me. But I feel like y'all like to go back and forth. And I don't have no Gemini in my chart. I don't have Gemini in my chart at all. But I'm a Capricorn sun, Scorpio rising, Virgo moon, Sagittarius Venus. Those are my signs. Well, I got more signs, but we're not going to get into all of it.
Um, when did they say when that moment happened?
What?
Like the time that moment happened when he tried to buy that master.
I'm pretty sure it happened around the time they decided to do that album with Metro Boomin. That's
Was
why.
that after the controversy?
That's way after the Controverse. That's recent.
So yeah, okay, yeah. Drake
Kendrick,
Wallen. Because
Kendrick,
honestly, the beat, honestly, I look. I'm gonna tell you this
Paul
because
first Kendrick was saying
they didn't date back.
fuck everybody.
Hold on. Let me tell you this. They didn't date back into deeper to what they told you. So deep, the beef actually really started because of control verse. When when Dot
They
dropped that
saw
control
that,
verse,
saw
he
that.
was sending a message to the game that bro, y'all are some of the best artists, Drake, J. Cole, ASAP Rocky, etc. at the time, right? He's like, bro, y'all cool, y'all my mans. But understand this rap game, straight competition. I'm at y'all neck. The only person that literally took that the wrong way was Drake. And after that, it was up.
And they,
Drake started sending out subliminals to Kendrick. That's when
you
Kendrick
forgot when
started doing that over the years. Huh?
you forgot when they squashed that.
Squash what?
They squat like yes, they did have that beef, right? And then I think probably 2016 or something, they was cool again for a while. That was true, and then they was fine. So the fact that you want to have beef over something that happened when we was in high school, and then y'all was cool again while we was in college, Make it make sense. And then we're way out
But
of and then it's problems again. It's
I feel like even that was fake because if that was the case, Drake wouldn't continue to be doing what we always been doing. Like even now, like there's a lot of people that literally used to mess with him in the public eye, but now have their reasons of not actually messing with him over the years.
any girl that's dated Drake seems to be irritated with him afterwards.
He's a weirdo, bro, to me.
And like I said, I love a lot of songs by Drake. I do. His Certified Lover Boy album, I love that album.
Yeah.
That's not my favorite album, but I'm saying like it's a lot of classics I like when he first came out. But I was watching Drake on Degrassi. Like I like Drake from Degrassi.
Well, Drake is upper echelon for sure. Yeah, and I'm not gonna take the credit for him. He's definitely like up there for sure.
Yeah,
But but it's deeper than just but what people fail to understand is that it's deeper than the numbers, it's deeper than the charts, it's deeper than any of these awards that you're gonna get. Bro, it's yeah, it is about the music, but it's more than just the music.
for sure. For sure.
And that's something that Drake don't obviously stand by.
I agree. So thank you guys for tuning into Love Plays podcast. My last question is what is your love play of the day?
My love play of the day is residuals.
Okay, residuals. Okay, okay, okay. And I'm trying to think of mine. I asked you yours the whole time. Hold on, because I feel like whatever it is, I had to listen to it recently. You know what? Nah, nah, I got you. I'm gonna go with Joe, Good Girls.
Mm-hmm. Mm?
I'm gonna go with that. And how can everybody find you?
You can find me at Black Traffy on Instagram, and that's really I really be on Instagram.
Podcast, Instagram,
Yes, indeed. Oh, and you can find me Black Traffy 222 on Twitch.
and your podcast, Instagram.
And my podcast, my podcast also, you can catch me on everything anime. I
Okay,
believe.
I wanted them to
I don't
know
know
how
if
to
I
say
don't
it.
know if I mentioned that in the beginning. I thought I did, but
I'm gonna plug. I meant just remind them like your social
oh
medias.
yeah.
I'm gonna plug it in, y'all, as I usually do in the description. Thank you for being my special guest. Happy Valentine's Day to
Always,
everybody.
always, always.
Be safe, spread love, and listen to our playlist. Smooches.